The sixth and final round.
The sixth and final round between Alantez Fox and Zane Shah. Michael Amacore in the house at the RoseCroft Raceway in Fort Washington, Maryland. It's been a very competitive fight. Both guys, they're both conventional fighters. Alantez Fox is a more experienced fighter, but Zane is strong as a bull and launches ferocious attacks like that one, only to be countered by Alantez Fox. But Alantez Fox, you know, has been put on the defensive himself a couple of times. And Zane is swinging for the fences in flurries, probably in the last minutes of the round. And now he does eat a left hook, but he's launched some of his own. He's beginning to move on. Alantez Fox, some roughhouse tactics. The fighting resumes. Double counter by Alantez Fox. You know, he launches a combination. Beginning to jab, bobbing and weaving, jabbing. He might have put Zane, you know, tired him out. You know, some showmanship, some footwork by Alantez Fox. But you better be careful because Zane is swinging for the fences. We're halfway through the sixth and final round. You know, Zane very strong and powerful, but he can't quite get to Alantez Fox. Some digging body shots by Alantez Fox. You know, he has a way of keeping Zane off balance, so his shots can't land. But he's susceptible to a right cross if only Zane can get into a position to land it. Whatever shot Alantez Fox hit Zane with, it seemed to stop him momentarily. Battle of the hooks. A hook. Oh, he's at the jab. A counter by Zane, very powerful, wicked. And we're ending with a couple of seconds in the round. And Zane pull it off. Can somebody pull it off? Stalking and chasing. Oh. A brawl almost at the end of the fight. Sportsmanship. We await the decision.
United States Super Middleweight Champion Scott Kujo. He's wearing red, white, and blue trunks. He weighed in at 166 pounds as well. His excellent professional record in his young career: 12 victories, only 1 loss. With 11 of his 12 victories coming by way of KO, and quickly gaining recognition as one of the premier punchers in the division today. Originally from Brooklyn, New York, now representing Round 1 Gymnasium. Super Middleweight Championship. Supervisor, Bismarck Morales. Bill Clancy with the final instructions.
So Mike Lamico, Chief Tribe of FightKings at the RoseCroft Raceway in Fort Washington, Maryland. The two combatants in the ring, Scott Sigmun Scott Cujo Sigmun versus Phil Jackson Benson. What a name, Phil Jackson. Great middleweight fighter from the past. We have a new guy here from Maryland. And you heard them mention the belt that they were fighting for. Jackson gets right to work. And Scott, workman. We've watched Scott's fights. He always comes forward, bobbing and weaving, like Joe Frazier. Reminds me of Joe Frazier, the way he comes in, high activity, bobbing and weaving and stalking right away. So Jackson, it's almost really on the defensive, tries a body shot, 1-2. Sigmun is taking it. 1-2 jabs. Jackson tries an uppercut. Sigmun lunged in previously. He's trying to get close to Jackson, and Jackson's not having any of it. A quick grapple. Things are gonna get ugly here.
Break no punch, step out. Step out.
Referees are no nonsense. Jim Clancy. Bill Clancy. I think that's the referee's name. I need to double check. But Jackson is using a jab. He's not putting too much into it. He's just tapping Scott Sigmun at a combination. Sigmun weaved it. They're beginning to land. He parries Sigmun off. He was first to land. An uppercut. Another 1-2. An uppercut to the body. Scott Sigmun is a black Jackson, black trunks, white beneath with the red sneakers. Scott Sigmun has a yellow sneaker. Scott Sigmun is trying to get close. He's bobbing some of those shots, but Jackson, I think, is piling on the points with some jabs. So some parrying jabs and an uppercut. Scott Cujo, he tried to tie Jackson up on the some roughhouse tactics. Jackson is cool, he's calm, seems collected. A roundhouse right by Scott Sigmun to end round 1.
Okay.
Crowd loves
They
it.
just go like each other.
We're heading into round number 2. Who would I give that round to? I'd give it to Jackson. Pretty green card girl. Pretty as I've seen tonight. Heading into round number 2. Round number 2.
Round 2.
This is for the WBC United States Super Middleweight title at stake. Scott Sigmun's trying to get close to Alantez, to Jackson. Jackson, very calm and collected, taking his time, hooking, standing upright. I think he just ate the counter, even though he landed, he's against the rope, he screams off the ropes. You better be careful. A sigmun is coming forward and he doesn't seem, Jackson doesn't seem to have the firepower to want to make Scott Sigmun back off. Scott Sigmun comes right in again, but eats a couple of hooks and returns a couple of his own. He has Jackson against the ropes, where I guess he wants him to be. An inside fighter. I guess Jackson doesn't want to be on the ropes. He spins out of that trap. They're now almost in the center of the ring. Some effective countering by Jackson. You know, very calm. As Kujo tries to keep it busy. Right by Kujo has Jackson in the corner. Jackson is trying to bob and weave. Another strap scraping right by Scott Sigmun. Jackson, an inside left hook by Scott Sigmun. He's bobbing and weaving. He weaves some of those shots. The counters by Jackson. But, you know, they're both hooking on the inside now. I think Jackson is complaining about some roughhouse tactics. But anytime a fighter starts complaining about roughhouse tactics instead of fighting, it's about losing the fight. He's beginning to put some heat into the punches, but Scott is bomb rushing him and coming forward, unrelenting, you know. He seems to be wearing out Jackson in the corner. Jackson is looking for spots. He's getting them. Some inside 1-2 hooks. You know, and it's a tough round to score. I'll give that, you know, very tough round to score. I think we're in the second round. We're heading into round number 3. Mike Lamacore at the RoseCroft Raceway in Washington, Maryland. It's FightKings TV, not HD. Fighters pick up where they left off in round number 2. Scott Sigmun is just coming forward. It reminds me of Joe Frazier, unrelenting, just coming forward, bobbing and weaving. A bit off balance there, but you know. Jackson picking his spots. Get off his head! So Jackson, yeah, he's picking his spots. Does he have Scott Sigmun in trouble? He thinks he does. He's beginning to, you know, hook some lunging hooks that could take Scott Sigmun's head off. Some inside hooks in a very workman type approach by Jackson. You know, but Scott is keeping very close to him and hooking as well. Jackson is hooking as much as he can to get Scott off of him. You know, very good on the inside. I think he's very confident. He's not trying to spin Scott Sigmun off of him. He does now. And, you know, very good boxing skills, I think, by Jackson. He just, you know, picking his spots. But right now he's in the ropes, eating leather. Maybe he's tired. He just can't keep Scott Sigmun off of him. You know? He's beginning to pick his shots and land accurately to the body, to the liver. You know, a straight left, uppercut. good with his left hook and his right hook. He's just hooking Scott Sigmun. Very calm and collected. Scott Sigmun landed a straight right, and he comes in on the inside. He has Jackson against the ropes. Jackson complains or looks to the referee for help. I don't know what that's all about. Fight. The pressure is definitely being applied by Sigmun, or even as he comes in, an uppercut rocked his head up. So Scott needs to be more effective when he comes in, but it's all about hooks from Jackson. More accurate, more well-placed hooks to keep Scott Sigmun off of him. We just concluded round number 3. We're heading into round number 4 for the WBC United States Super Middleweight title here at the RoseCroft Raceway in Fort Washington, Maryland. The card is titled Rumble at the RoseCroft, and it's really been a rumble. We've had some exciting professional bouts right before this one, but this is the main event. And, you know, corners. And here's a crowd in attendance. All partisan. I think there's good even for Scott and Jack. We're headed into round number 4, I think. Yeah, we're headed into round number 4. Bill Jackson, Benson. Oh, Jackson just not putting, just with lazy hooks. Not putting out much into it, just hooking them and landing, strafing from long range. He's strafing as Scott Sigmun. As Scott Sigmun comes in, they're well placed and well timed. He doesn't need to put a lot of power into it. It's just the consistency. And Scott Sigmun has him against the ropes. He's trying to put the pressure on Phil Jackson, but Phil Jackson covers up against the ropes, and he seems tired, but he has his defenses up, and despite Sigmun coming in, he eats a couple of hooks, a left hook, a right hook, a combination, Scott Sigmun tries a combination of his own, but he's just right up against Jackson and, some hooks. Scott Sigmun, I think he has a good beard, but he better get out of there. Like somebody said behind me, said he needs to move away, because I think on the inside game, Phil Jackson has his number. Apparently, from what I'm seeing so far, but any fight could be changed with one single punch. Right now, Jackson is elected to stay against the ropes and counter Sigmun. But he's landing, he's definitely winning by points. He's not exhausting himself, he's saving himself. Jackson, that's who I'm talking about. But Scott Sigmun is putting the pressure on him. And Jackson elects applying his power in spurts. Nice, teasing Scott Sigmun. I think he has his number, he's winging it. Combination. He launched an assault, so didn't quite land. But I think he has Scott Sigmun. He's trying to show up that he has Scott Sigmun. But Scott Sigmun is putting on the pressure on him. He might end up tiring out Jackson, but Jackson showboated there for a little bit with hooks. And I think Jackson won that fight, but Sigmun is putting on the pressure. We're headed into round number 5. That's the green card.
Let's hear it for
This is Mike Lamacor at the RoseCroft Raceway in Washington, Maryland. Card for Rumble at RoseCroft. Appropriately named, but we've seen a couple of knockouts. Heading into round number 5. Round number 5, Scott Sigmun versus Phil Jackson for the WBC USA Super Middleweight title. It's my Lamacor, Cheapseats for FightKings, covering this fight for FightKings TV. It's not HBO, it's FightKings TV.
Stay to the body, Scott. Move ahead.
Scott is trying to put the pressure on Jackson, but I guess Jackson has figured he's eluding those punches and strafing. Scott, now he's jabbing and sidestepping. And just working, kind of reminds me of Ali and his rope-a-dope, working on the inside as Scott Sigmun, white kind of fights like Jason, coming forward, bobbing and weaving as he comes forward and pressures you. But Jackson picking his spots and keeping his distance, and whenever Scott comes in, he just cuts in. I believe he thinks he's giving Scott Sigmun a clinic, but Scott is trying to reach to Jackson, but he can't. I think Jackson thinks Scott is giving Scott a clinic.
Let the man go, Scott! Work!
But if he thinks he's giving him a clinic, he better try and get him out of there, because Scott Sigmun is no joke and he keeps on coming and he hasn't been down yet.
Let your hands go! Move your head, Scott! Move your head!
Scott is beginning to land. There are a couple of them. He landed a couple of shots against Jackson. He hasn't weakened Jackson yet, but these punches could take a toll much later during the fight. Scott Sigmun is very close to Jackson. Down to the last 10 seconds. Scott Sigmun keeping the pressure up, even if not effectively. Phil Jackson, whether by choice, design, or by the pure pressure, elects to stay against the ropes.
round 6 of 10.
We're now in round number 6. Mike Lamacor, Cheapseats for FightKings.com, here reporting for FightKings TV. Not HBO, it's FightKings TV. Jackson, they just left off where they picked up where they left off in round number 5. Jackson is just picking his shots, trying to time them, and then Scott Sigmun rushes him, and just pounds it on. I don't know whether Jackson is in trouble. He tries to fight off, but typical of Scott Sigmun, he keeps the pressure up. And Jackson might find himself very tired after these encounters, because Scott Sigmun does not let up, and he pushes Jackson against the ropes. Jackson is on the defensive. He eats a straight right. He tries with some soft potty shots to push. He's just hooking at will to Scott's body, but Scott Sigmund seems to be in great shape. He's eating all those shots and just applying the pressure, hooking against Scott Jackson. You know, Scott Jackson returns fire, begins hooking more seriously, but he's still against the ropes. That might count to the judges for aggression. A hook by Scott Sigmund didn't phase Jackson one bit. Cujo is just leaning against Jackson. I like the way Jackson is staying against the rope and just taking it, slipping and returning fire, but it's Scott Sigmund right now who's launching the assault. Jackson returns fire with some hooks, but I don't know whether he's tired or that's the way he elects to fight. Scott Sigmund is making it a very physical fight, and Jackson is beginning to load with more power into those hooks. But Scott Sigmund and Jackson. What happened? I guess the fight just got stopped. The fight just got stopped because Scott Sigmund was just eating a lot of punches and very competitive, but very strange stoppage. The referee just stopped the fight and I guess Phil Jackson Benson is the new United States Super Middleweight Champion. We await the decision. The referee for this event was Bill Clancy.
Bill Clancy calls a halt to about 2 minutes, 45 seconds of the 6th round. The winner of the vacant WBC United States Super Middleweight Championship, Phil, the real deal, Jackson Benson. I say to the very game, Scott Cujo as well. WBC Supervisor Bismarck Morales with the belt presentation in the ring at this time.
The Cheapseats of FightKings. We just concluded Scott Sigmund versus Phil Jackson Benson title fight for the WBC USA Super Middleweight title. The winner by 5th round stoppage was Phil Jackson Benson. Mike Lamacourt, Cheapseats of FightKings at the RoseCroft Raceway in Port Washington, Maryland, for a card called Rumble at RoseCroft. It was a great night of fights, and this is FightKings TV, not HBO.